know Sanders and Shayla, he'd have been here.
Just the one
Shayla.
issue, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about Rachel, she always comes late.
Okay. Who's not here tonight? The other guy, I had him in school. I can't think of his name right now, but he's covering for her tonight. All right, I sure will. Okay, okay. Thank you.
Good evening. Brady, could you please give the invocation?
Thank you, Madam Mayor and Council. Father, show us your ways. Teach us your paths. Lead us in your truth and teach us, for you are the God of our salvation. Let Freeport be a city that is set on a hill that cannot be hidden. Let the light of Freeport shine before men, that they may see its good works and glory, and glorify our Father in heaven. Father of heaven, let your kingdom come and your will be done in this meeting. I pray especially for blessings to every council member here today, that they would rule well. O God, make this council a godly judge like you. Help this council to give true justice to your people, honorably and equal to all. Then the mountains of influence will be fruitful, and from your righteousness, prosperity, and peace will flow to all the people of Freeport. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Brady. Now we'll officially call this meeting to order. Madam Clerk, could you please take the roll?
Mayor Miller,
Here.
Alderpersons Clem,
Here.
Johnson,
Here.
Simmons is absent, Parker,
Here.
Stacy,
Here.
Shadle, and Sanders are absent. Sellers,
Here.
we have a quorum, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. And if you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, led by Alderman Parker.
Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Gertrude, can you grab a recorder? That one's not working.
Oh, can you grab the meetings? We'll be fine with Kurt's recording.
Okay. All right, then we'll go on to item number 1, which is approval of the agenda, which also does include executive session tonight. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
We have a motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Item number 2 is the approval of the minutes from the council meeting on February 2nd, 2026. Is there a motion to approve?
So move. Second.
We have a motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Parker. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion passes. Item number 3 is the fire department appointment. Chief Cordy.
Brad was hired in 2005, previously a member of the Lena Fire Department. He just completed his 21st year with the department. He was promoted as a lieutenant in October of 2018. Served as a lieutenant on A shift and has been assigned as the shift investigator since May of 2019. He's a paramedic, advanced fire technician firefighter, fire apparatus engineer, instructor 2, advanced fire officer, hazardous materials tech, and fire and arson investigation certified. He's a member of the Mavis Division 17 Technical Rescue Team and has received life-saving awards in 2015 for the Westview Housing Authority Fire, and again in 2017 for 202.5 West Main Street Fire. He has a bachelor's of science in aeronautical engineering and a minor in meteorology. He hails from Lena, where he lives with his girlfriend Melissa and his children, Jocelyn and Brooke.
Nice.
Okay, shift to the left.
We tried.
Madam Clerk, could you please put for the record 604 Alderman Simmons entered?
Yes.
And we'll move on to item number 4, which is recognition of service awards. Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just wanted to congratulate Morgan Cook and Barbara Young on 5 years of dedicated service to the library. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5 is Excellence in Service Award. Superintendent Ingram.
So I'd like to bring Andrew Disher and Zach Schurmeyer up. I'd like to thank these two gentlemen for the vast amount of money that we saved the city by having two well-worthy mechanics that pay for themselves every day. In our last instance, we were just able to save the city over $18,000 a year by not going out and getting a new fuel truck. They took it upon themselves, figured it out, and that's just one of the great examples they do, not only for Public Works or the airport, but they help the fire department out, police department out. I just think it's a great time to acknowledge these two.
Good job, guys. Good job, guys.
Congratulations. Darren, can you look and see if anybody's signed in? Nope. Okay. Then we'll move on to item number 7, which is the consent agenda. The consent agenda is considered to be routine in nature and acted as one motion unless there's a member of the council that would like to have something removed for further discussion. The consent agenda consists of approval to receive and place on file the minutes of boards and commissions for Police Pension and Fire Pension Board of Trustees, both dated November 12th, 2025. The Foreign Fire Insurance Board, December 11th, 2025. The Board of Fire and Police Commissioners, January 27th, 26. And Liquor Commission, January 29th, 26. Also is the Greater Freeport Partnerships Monthly Report of February 26, the Greater Freeport Partnerships Annual Report 2025, the CDBG Housing Rehabilitation Grant invoices for January 2nd to February 26th, and the approval of finance bills payable in the total of $3,146,548.11, as well as approval of the payroll for pay period ending February 21st, 2026, in the total of $700,819.54. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. Madam Clerk, could you please take the roll?
Simmons.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry to put
Person Johnson, what do you want from me? An approval?
the approval
Yes,
on the
yes,
consent agenda.
Yes.
Parker,
Yes.
Stacy,
Yes.
Sellers,
Aye.
Clem,
Aye.
and Johnson.
Aye.
The motion passes 6-0.
Item number 8 is the second reading of ordinance 2026-09. Could you please read this?
Well, why do my ordinance numbers not match up? I don't have a divider. Ordinance amending chapters 873 and 664 of the codified ordinance of the city of Freeport concerning the licensing of mobile food trucks.
Thank you. Director Heimerdinger.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. This is the second reading. The Community Development Department, City Clerk, and other city staff reviewed the ordinances and then made the following amendments to Chapter 873 to clarify regulations, address some local specific rules, and strengthen the licensing provisions. Staff recommends approving the amended Chapter 873 food trucks.
Thank you. Discussion? Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons,
No.
Parker,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Sellers,
Aye.
Clem,
Aye.
and Johnson.
Aye.
The ordinance passes 5-1.
And item number 9 is the second reading of ordinance 2026-10. Could you please read this?
Ordinance amending Title 10 Employment Provisions, Chapter 290 Compensation and Benefits, Section 290.01D3 of the Codified Ordinances regarding classification plan to add an environmental health, safety, and operations coordinator.
Thank you. Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. We, at the last council meeting, brought this proposal before council to restructure one of the positions and adding some duties to our current environmental safety compliance officer. So with this being said, there are no questions at that time, and staff recommends moving forward with this proposal.
Thank you. Discussion? Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons,
No.
Parker,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Sellers,
Aye.
Clem,
Aye.
and Johnson.
Aye.
The ordinance passes 5-1.
And item number 10 is the first reading of ordinance 2026-12. Could you please read this?
Ordinance adopting zoning map.
Director Heimerdinger.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. The state law requires the city to publish and adopt an updated official zoning map annually, reflecting all zoning classifications as of December 31st of the prior year. In 2025, the city adopted 5 zoning map amendments and identified 2 mapping errors. All amendments and corrections have now been incorporated, and the updated 2025 official zoning map accurately reflects current zoning classifications within the city of Freeport as of December 31st, 2025. Adoption supports the city's strategic plan goal of efficient government by ensuring accurate and transparent land use information. There's no additional funding required. Staff recommends moving to a second reading, and you can see the amended and official zoning map of 2025 on the screen behind you.
Thank you. Is there a motion to move this forward?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. Discussion on this ordinance? Item number 11 is the adoption of Resolution 2026-22. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving emergency pressure booster skid installation at well number 11 by Nelson Carlson Mechanical Contractors.
Thank you, Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just following up, we have a treatment process at well 11. Initially, when we built the plant, the facilities were constructed, but were not equipped because we did not know what our total radium was going to be at the well. Over a period of time, we started to track the radium levels went up a little bit, necessitating putting in an HMO system to basically allow the filters to remove that radium through the treatment process. We have gone ahead and put in that polymer system. However, we were having some issues with the length of the lines and the chemical feed precipitating out in the chemical feed lines. It became necessary to put in a carrier water system. and a booster station within the plant to make sure that the polymer did not precipitate out in the transfer to the filter system. We are also in need of the electrical work, and this is an emergency authorization, basically because we went ahead and had the work has been completed. However, we brought it for council to ratify the electrical work to connect the booster station and effectively connect the polymer system to the treatment process. Nelson Carlson, we solicited 3 quotes. Nelson Carlson was the lowest responsive quote at $17,013. Staff recommends moving forward with this resolution.
Thank you. Is there a motion to adopt?
So move.
Second.
A motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Discussion on the resolution. Alderman Stacy?
Where is well 11?
Well 11 is on Burchard Hill, next to the water tower.
The new water tower.
Yes.
And we're having all these issues now, all these problems now?
No, we've been basically once we started up the plant in 2023, we watched the radium levels in the water, the raw water, slowly increase to the point where we needed to install treatment. We installed treatment, however, due to the chemical feed lines and the length of the run, additional carrier water was required to transmit the treatment to the filters. So it's been sort of a slow evolving situation.
Anything else? Madam Clerk, please take. Sure.
Yeah.
Mhm.
On the contract, it says tax, NA, and bond not included. What does that mean?
In some of the contracts, we require performance bonds,
Mm-hmm.
and those are usually higher dollar ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the other was,
It just said tax.
yeah, so we're not a taxable body,
Okay.
so we're not
Okay.
paying any tax.
Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
No.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 5-1.
Item number 12 is the adoption of Resolution 2026-23. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving a customer work agreement and electric facilities service acknowledgement with ComEd to upgrade electrical services for well and well house number 12.
Thank you. Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. The City of Freeport is moving forward with a $31 million water treatment plant situated on Forest Road, south of the park south entrance. Since the land has not been previously developed, a new electrical service is needed to be run for the new facility. The South Park Boulevard Well and Well House 12 electrical service upgrade must be designed and installed by ComEd on the public side of the service upgrade for the meter. This is a requirement for all commercial properties bringing in large three-phase power. The contracted public works director worked with ComEd's team to get it designed over the last several months and to reduce the cost of the upgrade of the service from $100,000 down to $41,000. The city must pay the invoice at this time for the electrical requirements to move forward with the water treatment plant. So the city staff is requesting moving forward with paying of $41,743.06 to ComEd for the electrical upgrade for well number 12.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
Second.
We have a motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. Discussion on the resolution.
This is
Alderman Stacy.
to build another.
Yes.
So Burchard, the water tower out on Burchard won't handle this area?
The water treatment plant at Burchard is one major step in getting away from the perfluorinated compounds or the forever.
Wait, I'm sorry, it's what?
Well number 11 was installed due to the fact that we, in the Brick Street well, we had contaminated source water with perfluorinated compounds. We brought that online, but that's not enough. And we needed a second source of water so that we have enough water for mechanical maintenance and also to feed the low zone of the distribution system. So this well has $31 million of outside funding given to the city by the EPA and also the Emerging Contaminants Fund.
Alderman Stacy?
Okay, I understand 31 million is being given by EPA. What is it costing the city
Nothing.
for a whole well? 12.
Yes.
It costs the city nothing.
Yes, we've talked about this many times.
And this has to do with the ComEd agreement. It doesn't really have to do with the construction of well 12.
What did you say?
This doesn't have anything to do with the construction itself of well 12. This has to do with ComEd. It's never had anything there before. So this is a ComEd agreement.
Okay, I understand that. So, but for you to make that statement, as far as ComEd is not costing the city nothing. But
no,
after,
it is. You're approving $41,000.
it's always going to be something else that comes up.
Any other discussion? Derek?
The city budget for.
This cost was always planned in order to build the new facility. Anytime you build in a new development or a new area, you have to extend power to that area, and that's a cost paid for item with ComEd. So eventually, wherever this well 12 facility was built, we would have had to extend power to it because there's no power at Park. When we looked on Lamb Road, there was no power there either. So this is a common practice to pay for the utility connection. This is a very large power facility, and we need to be able to do it right. We were able to cost negotiate with ComEd very reasonably here, and this is a very reasonable price for the electrical extension.
Alderman Stacy?
Okay, so when do we plan on starting this project, and when do we plan on this project being done?
I was going to give more information about that during department head reports, but they plan to break ground next week, and it's going to be at least a 2, if not 2.5 year project.
Any other discussion?
I have another question.
Is it on the ComEd portion of it? I just want to stay on track of the actual.
To my knowledge, I would consider it part of. My question is, we got the bridge coming up. We got on Hooker Street, that building in the process of being completed. How do we start another big project like this in a week when we got so many irons already in the fire that's incomplete?
Darren?
We've been working on this project for 2 years, at least. It's been designed, bid, permitted, and the bid award was actually July of last year, and we were waiting for the test well to be done. And that was completed in November. Samples came back in January that were positive, and then we gave permission to move forward with the construction of the well house and the water and sewer extensions that go all the way over to Route 26. As Rob implied, that we've been working since we had the bid approval to get the additional forgivable funds from EPA and emerging contaminants. So we were planning on this project costing the city $31 million, and in the end, it will cost us this electrical service.
So what's going to go undone, or what's going to be put on hold?
Nothing. This was always budgeted for.
Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 6-0.
Item number 13 is the adoption of Resolution 2026-24. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving contract for brokered natural gas for Hancock and Brick Street facilities.
Manager Boyer?
Thank you, Your Honor. Every so many years, similar to the electrical aggregation contract that we pass, we do the same with gas. So in this particular case, you have some of the rates in front of you. It's a paper handout. Those were the rates today, but I need authority to.
Do you want to point out that it's this one? There's
Sure.
not a lot different. They're very
Yeah.
It's the one with 5 estimates.
Okay, so with that being said, we need to lock in with our aggregation contract for city facilities. We have a small accounts one, and we have a large accounts one. You'll notice the large accounts one is less expensive, obviously, because you're using more gas. So staff needs resolution to move forward with the lowest reflected gas rate tomorrow, and we will lock in both our large and our small accounts.
So move.
We have a motion to adopt made by Alderman Sellers.
Second.
Seconded by Alderman Clem. Discussion on the resolution. Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
I'm sorry, Manager Boyer, which one are you recommending? Which carrier for what term?
We're going to use whatever carrier is the lowest tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Simmons. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 6-0.
Item number 14 is the adoption of Resolution 2026-25. Could you please read this?
Go ahead.
Resolution approving contract for brokered natural gas for 6 various small facilities.
Manager Boyer.
So as I just mentioned, we have one for large facilities. This is for the small facilities. Staff recommends moving forward with this resolution.
Is there a motion to adopt?
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Johnson. Discussion on the resolution. Alderman Stacy.
So are you saying whichever one is the lowest tomorrow, you will accept just the same
Yes,
for the small?
that's correct.
Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
So they couldn't
Simmons.
together.
Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
And that resolution is adopted 6-0.
Item number 15 is adoption of Resolution 2026-26. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving NICAM construction to perform tuck pointing and brick repair for City Hall building.
Manager Boyer.
The city of Freeport recently issued a request for qualification to get the tuck pointing or part of the tuck pointing done here at City Hall for 2026. This is a budgeted item that we included in the 26 budget for City Hall maintenance. NICAM was the responsive supplier of the quote. So we're moving forward, or staff is requesting moving forward with NICAM as our contractor for the tuck pointing services of City Hall.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers to move to adopt Resolution 2026-26. Is there discussion? Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons. Aye. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 6-0.
Item number 16 is adoption of Resolution 2026-27. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving purchase of 2 10-yard dump truck chassis from Rush Truck Center.
Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. City crews use large dump trucks for all kinds of construction projects that we do around the city, including snow removal. Staff requested a quote from Rush Truck Center, which is a Sourcewell dealer, for 2 2027 dump truck chassis. The cost of each was at state bid and is currently $117,998 a piece. City staff, we budgeted this in the 26 budget, and staff requests city council move forward with the budgeted the 2 trucks at $117,998.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. Yes, Alderman Clem.
Sure. Alderman Johnson and I talked about this beforehand, and are these the ones, have you already purchased the boxes for these?
So this is just the chassis.
Okay,
After we receive the chassis, that could take up to 6 months, maybe a year to receive.
Okay.
Once those chassis come in, they will be coming back to you for upfitting of these 2 trucks. So that'll include the box and that type of thing.
okay. And will the boxes that'll be on them will be like a dump only, or can it be used? It's a multi-purpose vehicle.
I don't believe we're looking at hook lift trucks on this. Maybe Darren's got a little something else. The hook lift trucks are what you're referring to, which are a little more convertible capacity. But
Yeah.
go ahead, Darren.
These 2 dump trucks that we're looking at are 10 yards, and one of them will be for our construction crew and one will be for our streets crew. The reason that we're moving in this order is because the truck industry is very far behind in production. And in order to order a truck right now and get it upfitted, it would be the fall of 27. And that's if we get in line today. And so nobody sells the truck complete anymore, or it's more expensive to buy them complete. So they're not just sitting somewhere. We talked to Monroe Trucks, and if you've ever been up by them, they have an entire lot full of trucks. Every one of those trucks on that lot is already purchased and is sitting there waiting to be outfitted. So very expensive endeavor for these trucks. The price just between this year and last year has gone up about $20,000 for the trucks due to the motor changes, emission changes, things like that are going on. So we have $250,000 budgeted for this year, and so we want to move forward with 2 chassis this year that we will not get till towards the end of this year, and we want to get in line for the outfitting so we can, get our spot in line to have that done next year, or we're going to be that much farther behind. Operations Superintendent Ingram's here, but we have trucks that are from 2002 that have frames that are cracking and breaking, and we haven't got trucks for the last few years. This truck issue has been going on since the beginning of COVID, and we don't see any sight and end in getting trucks. They just can't build them fast enough. Some of our, sister towns, things like that, I've been hearing that they've been ordering 20 trucks at a time, trying to get on top of this situation because all the fleets are getting so old.
Follow up if I can.
Sure, Alderman Clem.
Okay. And these are the ones that we've put off for a couple of years already, right?
Yes.
Been in the budget each year, and it's either been used or moved forward. Yeah.
The reason they've been moved every year is because we have, I guess we didn't think it was practical to spend money and then have it out in the future. But it's our reality. This has been 2 years now that we bypassed trucks because we couldn't get them the same year we wanted them. And talking to 3 different vendors, this is the only way we're going to get trucks replaced is to get some coming now and then have to outfit them later, or we're going to be sitting here for, they're predicting a 5-year shortage of these types of trucks.
Alderman Sellers.
Yeah, are these brand new trucks? Are they 2026, 2025?
There'll be 2026 internationals, which I did put that in the memo. But the reason we're sticking with international is because our great mechanics stock parts for internationals, and that way we can repair most of this stuff in-house, and we're trying to keep the reduction of all the inventory that we have to keep in-house down.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Alderman Johnson.
So just to reiterate, this is the cheaper way to do it, and it's more expedient. We'll get them quicker by doing it this way.
Correct. So the chassis are what they call the state bid price. So you're not going to get a truck cheaper than this.
Okay.
I will let you know, in order to get the cheaper trucks, we're not going to be getting yellow trucks anymore. We're going back to white trucks because we can get those in the state bid price and they're a little bit cheaper.
Okay.
This is the only way to buy chassis reasonably. And our searches, there's just no truck sitting around. City Manager Boyer even challenged us to try to find used trucks, maybe a municipality that was getting rid of them, turning them over sooner, and we couldn't come up with anything that wasn't
Okay.
as bad or worse than we already own.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 6-0.
Item number 17 is the adoption of Resolution 2026-28. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving purchase of water system repair parts and materials from J&R Supply.
Thank you. Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. So as we move forward with construction, we normally stock a number of parts for replacement during construction projects. The dollar volume related to these items are getting to the point where it's exceeded my ability to sign off. So we have before you tonight is essentially just a purchase order for valves and all the other pieces and bits and pieces that go along with that. So the total cost of this is $133,000. Let's see, do I have that correct? I think I do. Is that correct? $133,296 on staff. We have this budgeted in the utility budget, and these are parts and pieces we need for the year's maintenance. So staff request moving forward with this resolution.
Thank you. Motion to adopt?
So move.
Second.
A motion made by Alderman Sellers, seconded by Alderman Clem. Discussion on the resolution? Karen?
Yeah, I'll just give some back facts. This is the purchase of 54 water valves. Those are the main valves that are in the street. That's what allows us to be operational when we have water main breaks to shut certain areas off and allow boil orders to be smaller. We have at least 54 valves that are broken right now. Our construction crews in-house replace these during the year, so these parts and pieces are for those material purchases for them to do the work in-house on the replacements. Getting these parts in early in the season on a bulk buy allows us to get them at a cheaper price, and also allows us to have them on hand so we can schedule work out for the season, and Pat can have his crews replacing so many per week to try to catch up with some of the broken items we're finding.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 6-0.
Item number 18 is the adoption of Resolution 2026-30. Could you please read this?
Resolution approving the purchase of 2 pickup trucks for the Streets and Utility Department from Barco Automotive.
Thank you. Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. The City Utility Department requires vehicle replacements for daily crew operations, including 2 one-ton work trucks equipped with specific equipment. Both vehicles were budgeted in 26. City staff receives Sourcewell procurement vehicle quotes on 2 Chevy work trucks as specified for city daily operations. One is a Silverado 3500 crew cab, total cost of $88,553.63. And the other one is a 3500 heavy duty Silverado single cab, and that would include a crane and toolbox. That would be $99,648.63. So staff recommends moving forward with the purchase of the work trucks.
Motion to approve.
Second.
We have a motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Johnson to adopt Resolution 2026-30. Discussion?
I have a question. Was this a bidded job?
Sourcewell is accepted by the state as it doesn't have to be
like
bid.
With the police cars and stuff, whichever.
So if it's Sourcewell, they're qualified through the state, and that precludes our need to get 3 bids. We can simply go to a Sourcewell dealer and they give us the state price.
Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons. Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The resolution is adopted 6-0.
And item number 19 is approval of a bid. Could you please read?
A bid opening was held on February 24th for MFT hot mix asphalt delivered.
Thank you. Manager Boyer.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is going to be a very, very busy construction season this year. Our crews alone will be paving over 3 miles of roads in the city of Freeport. To do that, we need materials. We need hot mix asphalt. We had a materials bid opening, and Helm was the low bidder at $835,000. That sounds like a lot of money, but per ton that was $66.80, and that's delivered. So we would ask council to move this forward and thank Helm for the very competitive bid.
Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. Discussion on the bid. Alderman Stacy.
If this bid was to pass, like you're hoping it will, when will we have this product?
We'll just take it when we need it while we do each project. So Benton, when we do Demeter, when we do our projects, we'll be using a little bit at a time.
I mean, we have a project right now,
Yes.
Viaduct. So when would we have this product where we could finish what we've already started?
Yeah, I don't think this isn't going to impact the viaduct project at all. As soon as the temperatures and the construction contractors get mobilized, the viaduct's going to get finished as soon as that happens.
And besides, it's way
Yeah,
too
this
early
is for our road
asphalt.
program. This is for our annual road program.
Typically, what do they start in the asphalt
I
plants
think
open in May?
May.
Yeah, usually the last of the first week of May they open, and it's contractually with ComEd that they can only open the plant at certain times due to the volume of electricity requirement. So usually around the 7th to 10th of May is when it opens up because surface temperatures are usually not warm enough to lay asphalt till then.
Any other discussion? Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons, Parker,
Aye.
Stacy,
Aye.
Shadle.
Aye.
Oh, where did that come from? Sellers,
Aye.
Clem,
Aye.
and Johnson.
Aye.
And that bid is approved 6-0.
Reports of department heads. Finance.
Not tonight.
Thank you. Community development.
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
Public works.
Just a reminder that the well number 12 project is supposed to kick off next week if the weather cooperates. They'll be digging the foundation hole for the new well house. Test samples came back good. Also, Galena being paved from Park to Clark. We've been reviewing the plans with IDOT, so more information to come at the cow. But that project will be being let this summer. Very large project. They plan to not only repave that entire section, they're going to be replacing all of the traffic signals throughout that corridor as well. There is cost share that's coming with City of Freeport because we do own some of the utilities, water, sewer, storm in particularly, but it's a very large project for Freeport. And as we've been talking about South Street, these are all additional projects to our Freeport list, but South Street, the ADA ramps went to them just before I came to the meeting for review, so we plan to have those out to bid shortly. And my meeting with them today is they put it in their budget for that repaving for this fall, so they plan to let that in July too. So as Rob implied, this is probably going to be the busiest construction season that we've ever had in Freeport. I'm sure that the volume of complaints about how many work's gonna be happening shortly because it's gonna be a little bit like Armageddon driving around Freeport this summer. But we are planning to create a email line for our our city group of fire, police, Freeport bus drivers, things like that, to keep regular communication about what's going on because it is going to be very difficult. But for the years and years and years of no work that happened, this is going to be, trying to make up for that. So it'll be very busy.
Thank you. Fire.
Yes, Madam Mayor. I just wanted to thank the City Council and the City Administration. At the last meeting, you approved our turnout gear, which they said was going to take 4 months to get. It showed up today.
Wow.
So the guys are getting fitted for that, or should say, making sure that the fittings are accurate and will be going into service in the next couple of days.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Police.
Nothing tonight. Thank you.
Library?
I don't have anything for the library specifically, but I would like to say I'm very happy to be here in Freeport, and you've all been very welcoming so far. So thank you.
IT? City manager?
I do want to add on a couple of things. I think the PD received their vehicles this week, or maybe it was late last week. At least 3 of them. The K9 unit hasn't arrived yet, so that'll be moving forward. We'll be moving forward with the terminal build out at the airport. We've got we'll be moving forward with more repairs to the roofs. I think that a lot of the ridge caps have been replaced and everything's working there. Jeff's done a great job of moving individuals into different hangar spaces that make more sense for the size of aircraft that they have. So that's made more efficient use of the space that we do have. And Darren did mention Galena and South, but I will say that it looks like there's a chance that we'll be moving forward with some other IDOT-led projects this year that would include Stevenson and Lincoln and Walnut. So when we say this is going to be the busiest year, it doesn't have anything to compare it to. So please be patient. Do your best to plan accordingly. Be safe as you drive through construction zones, being cognizant that we want all our staff to go home safe and sound to their families every day, and plan a few extra minutes to get from A to B. So thank you.
And I have nothing new for this evening. Alderman Simmons? No, I don't either. Thank you. Alderman Parker?
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Alderman Stacy?
Yes, I have a couple questions, and I'm asking the city to assist me with answers to the following. Which water well supplies each specific ward? For example, which well supplies 5th Ward? Which well supplies 6th Ward? And on and on. Secondly, I'm asking for a printed copy of the latest EPA water test results for each active well. I'm also asking that you provide printed copies of the latest water test results conducted by the city of Freeport for each active well. And some of this came out tonight. I will be reaching out for more information as far as what is the primary purpose for a new water treatment plant on the south end of town. And I'm still trying to understand why the water treatment on Burchard is not capable of servicing the south end of town. So if the city could assist me with answers to those questions, if you need them in an email, I'll be glad to provide them.
City manager, did you want to?
Sure. Each well provides water to all the wards. That's the first one. The second one you asked was what are the constituents or the testing data? That's all provided to everyone in the consumer confidence report that we send out and is available all the time. So it is on the website right now. You can look at it at any time. And what was the last question?
The purpose of the new well, why Burchard?
I don't think number 1 was answered. What was your answer about which?
All wells service all areas of the town. Every well is connected by one distribution system that connects the entire town together. And what was the last one?
I thought it was the primary purpose of the new well, why Burchard?
The primary purpose of the well is to provide potable, affordable, clean drinking water to the city of Freeport.
The entire city of Freeport? Well, why in some areas are totals here and in some areas totals are here?
I'd be happy to discuss this, but we have time once a month. We have a scheduled appointment.
Yes.
Feel free to join us on that one.
Yeah. I will. Because if you wouldn't have came back trying to give me answers, we wouldn't even be here. I just said what I wanted, what I was asking the city to assist me in.
Which Alderman Stacy, his point was that those are appropriate questions to ask during your private meetings. Alderman Sellers?
Yes,
Those questions can be answered at a later date.
I do want to. There's a point of clarification that should.
Okay.
Be. So, one of the points that I think you may be asking about is there's a Facebook post going around that is talking about.
I don't do Facebook.
Okay, but there is one going around about city water quality, and it's not. It's fictitious. It's not correct. It's revolving around the Brick Street wells that we no longer use and are in fire reserve. So I had a friend send it to me as well, asking questions about that water quality message, and we do not currently use those wells. They're for backup fire reserve only if all HE double hockey stick were to happen in Freeport and we needed them, we could turn them on, but we currently haven't used them for 2 years, I believe it is, a little over 2 years. So those are what the reports are all about.
Alderman Sellers?
Yes, I just wanted to say that I see the fencing around the old Holiday Inn, and that's going to be coming down real soon. So that's a good sign. So I just wanted to say thank you for that.
Alderman Clem?
Nothing. Thank you very much.
And Alderman Johnson?
I just want to say welcome to our new library director.
Thank you.
Glad to have you here. And congratulations to everyone who got promoted and got recognized. I always love to see that. So.
Item number 24 is public comment. Tommy?
I want to tell Jody Miller you were best mayor and you do a good job too.
Oh, thank you, Tommy.
And we want to keep you for mayor because we don't want to get rid of you or nothing.
Oh, thanks.
And then that's graduation for that about the good news.
About the hotels?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good news.
Any other public comments this evening? We'll move on to item number 2. I'm sorry, did you want to go to the podium? Because I can't hear you. Well, if it's public comment, it's podium.
Hi, everyone. Sorry, my name is Rachel Simmons, and I did not speak when it was time for me to speak. But just to clarify, Manager Boyer, will you please share the website where we can always find water testing? And in addition, there is a website where we can always find out which fire hydrants have been tested and if they're working. I know you're not to respond to public comment, but it'd be great if you could just share those maybe voluntarily so that people know where to go get real information about what's what. Thank you.
The EPA has all the testing data available at what's called Drinking Water Watch on the EPA's website. You type in Freeport, it'll pull up the Freeport drinking water testing data, and you'll have it back to, I don't know, I believe at least 10 years, maybe longer.
Item number 25 is executive session. Madam Clerk, could you please read this?
1 second, please. Got that for you. We are only going to executive session for the exemption 2 pursuant to 5 ILCS 122C2, collective negotiating matters between the public body and its employees or their representatives, or deliberations concerning salary schedules for one or more classes of employees.
Is there a motion to enter into executive?
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Clem, seconded by Alderman Sellers. Madam Clerk, please take the roll.
Simmons.
Yes.
Parker.
Aye.
Stacy.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Clem.
Aye.
And Johnson.
Aye.
The motion passes 6-0.